Is it gonna work? It is. Yay. Alright, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna sleep. We're gonna sleep. Alright, is the sound on the game working? Yes. Okay. That's all I needed to know. Alright, so last week, we got, about to here with the glass-ish. I have obviously done more work since then off screen. I finished the shell of glass all the way up. And I've already started work on some of the skeleton on the inside. But actually, I can take down this scaffolding now. I went a little overboard with it to begin with, honestly. Uh, but because I have this shell of glass, I don't have to really aim for anything. I can just fly up against the glass and let myself float down, and I'll land where I want to be. So yes, I'm going to take down the scaffolding here. Because it's not needed anymore. I have to cough. Give me just a quick second. Okay. I still have just the slightest bit of that residual cough from being sick a couple weeks ago. I don't feel sick anymore. But I just have this is like a tickle that stays in my throat. And it's not constant, but it does hit me every now and then. And I get a little bit of a coughing fit, and then I cough, and then it's gone. So I've just been dealing with that. Oop. I'm just gonna break this block here. Don't think I can jump that high. There we go. There we go. Any fall up there? Let's free cam it. No. Perfect. So there should be a full shulker here total. I'm missing one piece. Now, to be fair, I could have lost that the other day. I had a very tall pillar of it going upwards, so I could have lost it then. Kind of annoying that I'm one short. Let's just double check to make sure it's not stuck somewhere. Because it should be here. Oh well, it's gone. Anyway, I won't need any more scaffolding for a while, so I can go ahead and put this box back out here with the rest of this stuff. Mac, welcome in. How you doing tonight? I'm looking for the last piece of scaffolding. I probably lost it the other day because I did work off camera, and I had a big pillar of it going up because my ping was garbage again when I was working on it. That's why I stopped when I did, because the ping was just atrocious. Thankfully, tonight my ping is doing much better. So far, knock on wood. But anyway, I had a very tall bit of it. I'm sure it just got lost then. I'm not going to sweat over one piece of scaffolding. Not at all. So we're just gonna move on with our days. Anyway, because I have the enclosure of glass all done, I don't even have to be accurate. I just have to fly up into a corner. And I'm up here. Do I have the thing turned on? I do. So, I bet it's all the way up there. Maybe. 80. No, it's below me. 97 should be right here. It's not on. Oh, I know. Right. I had to do this because when I started that New World for our surprise Sunday stream, I noticed that even though it was a different world and on single player no less, the outline of this building was showing up. So I turned the rendering off completely. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Now, it's really a simple structure. This one side gets quartz slab underneath the black, and it's black for just this bit, while the rest stays white, unless it's every... I don't remember how often the black stripe happens, but it only happens on the end. The sides stay white the whole way up, except for here. But it's pretty simple. You just go up 1, 2, 3, and then right here, top quartz slab, and that goes over 4, and then this is black here, and then it goes to white for 4, and then 1, 2, 3. I pillar out with white 1, and then I go up with black here. I should do that here while I'm thinking of it. Otherwise, when I get to a spot like this here, when I do the 4th one here, if I don't add this block now, I won't be able to reach it from here later. So that's what I do. Go up by 3, out by a white, up with the black, over by the white again, up with the black, rinse and repeat. Now, the only thing I have to be careful with is this. I don't remember how often... See, it's white this time, but I think the next layer is black. It is. See, that's why I have to be careful. So it's white this time, but the next time it's black. So we gotta be just a tad careful with that. Other than that, it's very, very simple. Very monotonous. It gets old very quickly. It gets old even faster. And oh, and every little bit we throw in our torch. I forgot one over here. And also one down here. The torch just because normally you would fill this in with glass and it wouldn't be the problem. But glass is on the outside. So these are spawnable blocks if you don't light them up. So just a torch every other layer, and then just far enough to keep everything lit up. You'll see some 1s, but you will see no 0s. So that's all that matters. But anyway, it gets very monotonous, even more so when you're fighting when you're fighting ping lag, which has been absolutely atrocious for me on this particular server for some reason, and only this particular server. I do not know why. I get on any other server and it's just fine, but this one, sometimes it just hates me, and I don't know why. But it is what it is. I just deal with it. As long as the ping holds out tonight, we'll just chug right along doing this one. If the ping turns to garbage, like it has been, our fallback for the night is going back to that new single-player world we started Sunday. So, that's what's going to be happening tonight. Can't forget that. And see, I already forgot. See, this needs to be... Oops. Well, while I'm here, it'll be easier to do these. I should have jumped up here first, then did that. Now I can do this, and that, and now we're back to where we're at. You get counting with metal tonight. Yes, indeed. One concrete. Two concrete. Whoa, where did that go? I heard it place. Where did it go? Ah, that's not a good place for it to be. That is not a good place at all. And how did this... I forgot the... That's what happens. I forgot to pillar up first. I done forgot it. And I got my little doggy in the room with me tonight. Thankfully, he's being a good boy and just chilling on the chair on his pillow. But yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of that. Rinse and repeat the whole way up. And every little bit, that will be black instead of white. So it's kind of boring and monotonous. I was almost debating, that's why I started working on it off screen after the fact. Because I'm like, does anybody really want to watch me do the same exact thing over and over and over? But, crap. Man, that cough came out of nowhere. Let me get a drink. But I figured other people stream doing the same crap over and over again, right? Why not me? Why not me? I like to start in this corner because of the quartz. Fact 1, 2, 3, and then it's here. Wait. One, two, three, four. Okay. I was right. It's too low. I miscounted. Let's just double check. There we go. Yep. I was one block too low. One block too low. Bit of a derp. There we go. Now we're cooking. All right. And this is black going across this time. I remember that. There we go. Just move that along so I don't forget when I get there. The difficulty of, especially with the hologram turned on, it makes it hard to tell where you're going to click to place that block. That's why I pillar out one first, so it's already there, and then I place that back on top. It takes the guesswork out of it. And it doesn't take that much longer anyway. This is where it gets a little confusing, though, because 2, 3, you have to keep count. 3, 4, and now it comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it comes up. 2, 3, 4. And now it's back to white, and there we go. So you just have to keep count when it's the black layer over here. Oh, and by the way, don't mind the orange glass. When I edited the building, because I had built this building in survival, but I built it on a world where I had this as an apartment building. So I added balconies to it, so the tenants would have balconies, because that's always a nice thing to have in an apartment. But I reverted it back to how the building should look in reality. So I took those off. And then I use World Edit to stack the glass back into place up the sides where they were. And World Edit's kind of glitchy when it comes to glass panes and fence posts connecting with the way they should be. So it's just where it errored out. It's actually supposed to be this way. There's no other way it could be. Of course, it's touching a solid block. Of course, it's going to connect over. But with World Edit, it doesn't exactly do that. I wish they would fix that glitch with World Edit. But it must be a tricky one to nail down because that's been a thing forever. Oh, see? This is where these go. That's 2, 3, 4, pillar. 2, 3, 4, pillar. 2, 3, 4, pillar. And connecting it across. And there we go. Anyway, how's everybody's week been going so far? It's only Tuesday, I know. Halloween was yesterday. Anybody do anything fun for Halloween? I did something really fun for Halloween. I stayed inside and did nothing but watch TV. Well, not TV specifically, but videos. I don't remember what exactly I was watching. I just watched a bunch of random stuff. But it's always a good time. Always a good time. Not leaving the house is always good. Although I did leave the house yesterday. I went and got my phone fixed. The camera wanted to act up on me. And here's the funny thing. Here's the funny part. So here's what happened. I just got my brand new phone last Monday. Everything was working fine through Thursday. Friday rolls around. And the camera stops working. Like, I would open up the camera app. The app would be there, like you could see all the controls for the camera. But the screen where the camera should be showing the picture was just black. And no matter what I did, it wasn't working. So I tried all the little tips and tricks that I could find online to try to resolve the issue. Up to and including resetting the phone completely. Back to factory. And still nothing. So after that, I'm like, well, clearly something must be going on if a full reset didn't do anything. So I called tech support. And by called, I mean I did their online chat thing, because who calls people anymore, honestly? And they had me try a few things, and I was like, well, I've already tried this, but I'll try it again. And finally they ended up just running a diagnostic on the phone. I guess they can do that remotely. Like, well, I have to trigger it in the settings, but like they get the report, I guess. And they showed that the camera was indeed malfunctioning. And I'm like, well, that really, really sucks. I've only had this phone 5 days. And so I set up an appointment. I was going to go to the Apple store straight away, which in retrospect, I should have done, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But the Apple store is not exactly close, but it's not far. It's like 12 miles from me. It's not far, but it's not as close as one of the other places turned out to be. Turns out Geek Squad at Best Buy are authorized iPhone repair places, which I did not know, nor did I really care. All I heard was, there's a place that's only 5 minutes from your house instead of 20. So, well, maybe not 5 minutes. With traffic, it's more like 10. But Best Buy is like 3 miles from my house instead of 12. It's literally 4 times closer. So, I was like, oh, that's all I heard. I'm like, oh, it's much closer to my house, you say. I'll go there then. So I made an appointment for a Saturday evening. And I go there and they look at it and it's still doing the thing because why wouldn't it be? And he was like, well, here's the thing. We might have a phone to replace it with because, they always have like phones in reserve to like just replace a phone that's not worth fixing. Like it would take longer to fix than it would be worth, like for the customer's sake, I should say, because like obviously they can fix anything. They could just rip the guts out and keep the same shell if they had to. I guess in some cases it's literally cheaper for them to just crap. I'm not gonna sweat that torch. I have a crap load of torches, but it's cheaper for them to literally just replace the phone completely than it is to pay someone to spend however many hours or minutes repairing one, because you have to pay for their labor as well as the parts that's getting used to fix it. So they usually have all the repair places usually have some models spare that are brand new still, like not even touched or anything. But they didn't. He said if we have them, we'll swap them out right now, and you'll be on your way with the new phone right now. If not, we'll have to send yours back, and then they'll send us the replacement. I'm like, there's no way for me to hang on to this until that replacement comes in, because like I can't be without a phone. Like I'm my mom's caregiver. She has to be able to get a hold of me if she needs to. And he's like, no, unfortunately, they won't even send the new one until they get the broken one. And I'm like, well, that really sucks. I would be out of a phone for like a week, at least a week. And then the guy there, he suggested going to the Apple store. He said they were probably more likely to have that supply of replacement phones because they're them. And I'm like, well, that actually makes sense. Why would they not have a supply themselves when they're the people that makes it? So I went ahead and made an appointment for yesterday with them. Oh, I left out one little detail. They said the reason that he can't just fix it is because since it's the camera being broken, that they don't have just the cameras to replace. Like they don't have like individual cameras. They'd have to, like, they don't have that part specifically. The way he phrased it, he said Apple doesn't have individual cameras available for us to replace them with. Pyro, welcome in, by the way. Sorry, I'm just seeing you popping in. I've been ranting. Not really ranting, explaining my day yesterday. Or basically my weekend. I've been explaining my weekend, basically. Anyway, he made it sound like individual cameras weren't even an option to be replaced. So he made it sound like I would have to just get a brand new phone. That's an important part of the upcoming rest of this story. So, yesterday, I get to the Apple store, and let me back up a little bit. I forgot. Yesterday, I wake up, and you know how sometimes I know iPhones do this. I do it all the time with mine. I don't know if Androids have the controls on the screen for your flashlight or not. But if you tap your screen and light it up, in the bottom left corner of an iPhone at least, is the control to turn on your flashlight. I turn the flashlight on by mistake a lot. Just because, I grab my phone, my hand touches the screen, it lights the screen up, and then my hand is usually right there, so it kind of touches that button and turns on the flashlight. Well, in the bottom right corner of an iPhone screen is the camera control for the camera app. So Monday morning, I get up, and I grab my phone the opposite way that I normally do. I don't know what the difference was. I usually grab it with my left hand, and like the palm where basically that part of your hand where your fingers come out of it, that meaty part of your palm is usually what's holding onto the screen. For some reason, I grabbed it with my right hand Monday morning. So instead of my hand being on the instead of the screen being face down to my left palm, with my fingers wrapped around the back, uh, it's the exact opposite. Palm, it's still palm. The screen is still to my palm, but now that meaty part of my finger or my hand is on the right corner of the screen. Anyway, point is, that's a long way to say I accidentally turned on the camera app instead of the flashlight like I normally do. And lo and behold, the camera is working. And I'm like, what? You no worky for 2 days, and now you worky the day I tried to take you in to get looked at. And it's like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know I should be good because they literally ran the diagnostic on Friday that showed the camera failure as a hardware failure. So, like, they know I'm not making it up at this point. And but the damn thing starts working out of nowhere on Monday. And I'm like, well, I'm still going to take it in because it wasn't working. Just because it's working now doesn't mean it's going to stay working. So I'm definitely going to get this looked at one way or the other. So I head to the Apple Store, and the guy messes around with it, and he runs the diagnostic test a few times, it passes, and then he goes in and he went into parts of the settings that I didn't even know existed. He was looking at all these different kernel updates to the thing, and I'm like, where did you even find that stuff? Like, literally, after I left, I literally thumbed through the settings. I'm like, where did he see this stuff? I couldn't find where he was at. I don't know if it was a special thing that he was able to do because he had they have that app on their iPads that they have at the store there. I don't know, it hooked up with Bluetooth or whatever, and that added more parts to the settings or whatever. I don't know. But he was deep into some settings, and I'm like, wow. And anyway, nothing he did was showing that there was a problem. And I'm like, he says, I can see that it failed Friday because they still had that test for that diagnostic they ran. And so he turned the phone off and turned it back on, and sure enough, it started acting up again. And I'm like, oh, thank God, he can see what's going on. He knows I'm not nuts now. So, after he was finally able to replicate it, he was like, the only thing is like, it's like you can check it in to get repaired, and we'll get it sorted for you. And here's where that guy Saturday is saying that they don't have individual cameras, plays in. Because I was fully expecting them to just replace the phone. I was fully expecting it. Because he made it sound like they just do not have the individual camera units to swap out. Well, he must have meant that they didn't have any, not Apple specifically, because they absolutely had camera units that they could just swap out. So I had to leave my phone there. It was only like 2 hours, which is fine. It was like my appointment was 11:25. I probably had to wait maybe 10 minutes because it was pretty busy. It's the only Apple store in, I think, the whole state, as far as I know. So it's pretty busy. But, then he was messing around with it for a few minutes. It was like maybe 10 till 12 at this point. So we've been there like a half hour tops. And he's like, come back at 2 o'clock. I'm like, all right. So no phone, so no entertainment at all for 2 hours. Because again, I wasn't prepared to leave the phone. If I knew I was going to have to leave the phone, I would have brought a book or a Sudoku book or literally my iPod, for God's sake. I still have my iPod Touch. I could have brought that and at least had music. But I had nothing. So, and I'm in a part of town that I don't normally go to. Like, this is like the north central part of the city, and I live on the southeast side of the city. I don't go there often. I drive by it on the highway a lot, but I don't go like into the town part of that area very often. I know where I'm at, obviously. I'm not it's not like I'm lost. Like I could find my way home from there with no maps at all. But it's lunchtime. I have 2 hours to kill. I am at a very huge mall, but you guys know I have leg and back issues. Walking around is no bueno for me for very long, much less for 2 hours. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go grab some lunch somewhere. So I don't know what's around. I don't know what I even want. Even if I did know where it was, I didn't know what I wanted. So I just drove around, saw some options that I was like, that might sound good. Uh, and I ended up going to Subway because it's been quite some time since I've had Subway. I know people have a love hate relationship with Subway. I have a love hate relationship with Subway. I'm still pissed off at Subway for screwing me out of like at least $5 last time I ate there, which was like 3 or 4 months ago. Them screwing me out of that $5 is why it's been 3 or 4 months since I've had food there. But basically, I ordered 2 drinks through the app as well as my food. And then when I get there to pick it up, our soda machine's down. So, you gonna give me a refund? Oh, you have to talk to the manager about that. So, can I talk to the manager about that? Oh, the manager's not here today. So, I get a hold of the manager later, and they basically tell me to go F myself. So, yeah. But, me and Sarah went to Walmart earlier in the week, and there's a Subway in the Walmart, and it smelled so good walking by. I'm like, oh man, it's been so long. The cravings was hitting me. So I'm like, you know what? It's been a while, and it wasn't this Subway. The Subway that screwed me was a Subway by my house. It'll be a while before I go back to that one. I'm like, this particular Subway didn't screw me. So, Subway sounds good. So I stopped at a Subway, and I ordered my lunch, and I ate the slowest I've ever eaten anything in my life. It took me 40 minutes to eat one small bag of Doritos and one sandwich. 40 minutes. Any other time, that particular meal would be gone in less than 10 minutes. So I really, really stretched it out as much as I could because I had 2 hours to kill. I should be placing blocks while I'm talking, but I can't concentrate, and I can't concentrate on what I'm saying while I'm doing that. I don't know if that's an ADHD thing because I don't know if I have ADHD or not, but that's how my brain works. Placing these blocks would take away the focus of what I'm saying. So I would rather get what I'm saying done and then keep placing blocks. But anyway, once I'm done eating, I still have most of my drink. I barely touched my drink. So I just sat there and sipped on my drink, looked out the front window, and just sat there doing nothing for a literal another half hour. I didn't leave Subway till like 10 after 1, and I got there right at noon, basically. Because the Subway was literally two stoplights down from the mall. And there was not much traffic, so it took like 5 minutes to get there. So it's literally noon when I get there. And I stay till like 10 after 1. So I drive back to the mall, and I just sit in the parking lot and people watch. It's the bougie mall, like the north side of town here is the rich part of town. So it's got all the bougie, like high-end mall shops. Like the very high-end stuff. Like, I don't even know the names of half of them because they're so high-end. It's like I literally walking to the Apple store in the mall. There was literally just a store that only sold leather goods. Like leather bags, leather shoes, leather jackets, Like everything in there was made of leather, and you could just tell by looking. It's like you can't walk in there and walk out with anything without spending at least $200, like minimum. Like the cheapest thing in that store is probably $200, and that's just a guess because I didn't go in. So, and it's also I think the second biggest mall behind Circle Center downtown. Even Circle Center downtown isn't as bougie as this mall is. It's literally called the Fashion Mall. If you guys have time and you want to look up how big it is and what's all there, just Google the Fashion Mall in Indianapolis. And there you go. But I just people watching these people walk out. Your typical rich people, you know, old retirees, your bougie rich people, your obvious trust fund kids, your obvious people that work high end banks or in mortgage companies or some crap like that. High end places, high end people. So I just people watched for another half hour before I finally went back in. But they swapped out the camera and everything's working just fine now. And now there's actually a new section in my settings. It was not there before. But when I go into general and go into about, there's a new section, parts and service history, camera, genuine Apple part. That section was not there before, and I confirmed it by looking at Sarah's phone, because we're it's the same operating system and everything, so the settings looks the same, and that section is not there. I got the 14 Pro Max Pyro, brand new. I just got it last Monday, and then Friday rolls around, and the camera stops working on me. So I had that little adventure over the weekend. But everything's working just fine now. And that's all I care about. I just went into this woefully unprepared because the way the guy at Geek Squad phrased it Saturday, they don't even make. He made it sound like they don't even make just the camera units to replace them with. So I'm like, okay, they're clearly just going to swap out the phone then when they realize the camera's shot. They're just gonna like, well, we can't fix this right now, I just figured because they usually do have individual cameras like that. I just figured, well, first year with this camera system, that new 48 megapixel main camera, I'm like, it's the first year with this model of camera. They probably just don't have those units in yet because it's it just launched last month. Well, middle of September, end of September. It's only been like a month and a half since it came out. They probably just don't have them yet. No big deal. They'll just swap it out for a fresh phone. And then when they do get those in, they know this phone needs a new camera and they'll fix it and then they'll sell it refurbished. That's what they did last time I had to go to the Apple Store because of a phone malfunction. When I got my 6 Plus, back when the 6 Plus came out, I don't remember. It's been years because it's literally been whenever that came out. I don't even remember how long ago that's been. But I don't remember exactly what broke, but something on it broke, and I had to take it in, and they looked at it and like, yep, it's broken. Like, well, you don't say, that's why I'm here. And they just replaced it. They didn't even bother fixing it. So I wasn't prepared at all for them to keep it for 2 hours. I'm like, if I was prepared, I would have at least taken a book. I'm not one of these guys. I'm on my phone a lot, but I'm not actually addicted to my phone. I'm just on my phone a lot because that's what there is to do. It's convenient. I read a lot of stuff on my phone. Read the news, whatever, So if I knew I was going to be without my phone, no big deal. But I would have liked at least some form of entertainment for the 2 hours. Sudoku. I have a Sudoku book here at the house. I could have took that with me. I have regular books here at the house. I could have took one of those with me. I would have killed the time. Like I said, I could have took my iPod. I would have had music to play with at least then. So I was just woefully unprepared and had a very boring 2 hours. So, but it was only 2 hours. Not the end of the world. the important thing is my phone is fully functional again, and that's all I really care about. Alright, let's get back to building now that I got that taken care of. I can concentrate on this again. Oh crap, that's supposed to be black. I say I can concentrate again, and I immediately make a mistake. Whoops. Alright, so that needs to go there. That goes there, that goes there, and then that goes there. Anyway, that was my weekend. Oops. That did not roll over, did it? There we go. How was your guys this weekend? Oh, here's another, I forgot to mention this. When I first got to the Apple Store and I pulled in the parking spot, there was a guy out front. They're working on the front. Like, usually they have like that seating area out front and you can walk in off the street. That's under construction right now. So it was all blacked off with a black tarp over the fencing. They had the logo and like, we're still open, but you have to use the inside entrance. But there was a guy standing in the parking lot, dressed as Steve Jobs, holding, did I not put that there? Nope. Holding one of like the original Mac computers. It was a fake one, but it looked like one. And he was doing some sort of vlog, probably for YouTube or something like that. And I couldn't help but laugh. I recorded the very tail end of it. I would share it with you guys, but I was swearing in the video because it was so ridiculous. I was like, look at this effing guy. Thinking he's Steve Jobs or something like that. So I won't post it because I'm swearing in it, but it was really funny. And then while I'm in there, he walks in and like half the staff starts surrounding him, talking to him. I don't know if he actually works there and he was doing a promotional video or something, or what. But I just thought it was Halloween, you know? It's Halloween, I'm gonna dress like Steve Jobs, you know, and go to the Apple Store. Pretend to be Steve Jobs at the Apple Store, haha. On Halloween, haha. But like I said, it looked like he was filming a vlog. He had a tripod set up with the camera on it, so I'm assuming it's a vlogger, a YouTuber or something. I never got his name or anything like that, so I don't even know. I couldn't even look him up if I wanted to. But yeah, it was amusing. Ridiculously amusing. Alright, hop down here, and then there. Oops. Why did it do that again? My mouse is still double clicking. I never did fix it like I said I was going to. I really should. How much more do I have of this build? Well, rinse and repeat this. Oh, it's nighttime. You can't really see. Rinse and repeat this. Let me make it not nighttime. And I'll show you. Rinse and repeat the skeleton all the way to where the glass stops. And then literally right where the glass stops, the top row of glass is where the roof line is. And then from there, it's just roof details. So, quite a bit. Quite a bit. I'm probably... Actually, I can just do this, huh? There you go. I'm maybe a quarter of the way done with the skeleton. And then the roof details. But here's where the glass stops, and then the roof goes right on top of it. And then these details here. That's it. And this is hollow, so just got some torches in here to... Although these torches aren't needed with these lights there. I put these torches here before I added these lights. So I don't even need these torches. I mean, I got a lot done last week. Last week during the stream, I probably got to... I probably got halfway done with the glass. I probably got to here with the glass. And then... What day was it? One day during the week, I popped on, finished the glass, and got a little bit started on the skeleton. But then ping got really bad, and I was like, eh. So... Yeah, I got quite a bit left to go, though. Quite a bit. Which is unfortunate. Because there's a lot left. I want it to be done. I would love to just do the paste schematic to world button, but that doesn't work when you're on a server. Unless you're OP, which I'm not. There we go. Anyway, I need to cough again. Let me mute my mic for a second. Okay. I need another drink. Alright. Let me top off on materials while I'm down here, too. While I'm down here, might as well top off. All I have left is this. Oh, there's more than I thought. Let me do a thing here. Empty that. And then... Actually, don't need that much of that. That's empty. I think I have all the quartz I have left on me. I'll need this for the roof. I'll need this for the roof. I think everything here is for the roof. That's just the box of torches I brought over. That's just leftover stuff. This is all stuff for the roof. And then here's my scaffolding box. So this and this is all the roof. And then everything else is just these concrete boxes here. Speaking of water, I've had a lot. So I need to go to the bathroom, sadly. So soon into the stream, I'm sorry, but I've had a lot to drink, and you know how it goes. I will be right back, guys. I'm back. I feel so much better now. I feel so much better. Alright, we're all topped off with materials. Let's get back to it. I landed on the wrong side. That's alright. That's alright. We'll just work our way back over. Oops. Thanks. Did I really? That sucks. How did I misplace that again? That's not even funny. That's not even funny. Alright, let's move back to the corner because I like starting in the corner for some reason. Another layer of white. AR, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I have to cough again. Good lord. I'm not even sick. I'm not even sick anymore. Listen, listen. Clear nostrils, clear throat. My voice isn't all scratchy. But every little bit, I just get a little bit of a tickle in my throat and it makes me cough and it's driving me nuts. It's really driving me nuts. And it can stop anytime it wants. Yeah, AR, welcome, man. Appreciate you being here. We're just working on the old tower after I spent probably a half hour running my mouth without placing a single block. But it was because I can't concentrate on what I'm talking about and place blocks at the same time. Placing the blocks would either suffer or what I was talking about would suffer because my brain can't concentrate on two things at once like that. So it was a choice. Talk or build. And I wanted to talk. So that's what I did. Whoops. Oops. Forgot that one as well. Problem is, now I don't have anything else to talk about. I've already said everything that I had to say. But it was a story, so I had to tell it in its entirety and properly. I couldn't just stutter like I am right now, struggling to find words to use while I'm actually placing blocks. This is what would have happened if I was trying to tell the story and place blocks at the same time. I'd be stuttering all over the place. All over the place. You're back to streaming too? Nice. Very nice. Welcome back to streaming. I'm kind of getting back into the streaming myself. I took that real long break there a while back, and I haven't been streaming as often since I came back. But I'm trying to get back into streaming more often, at least 2 or 3 times a week, if I can. I might stream again tomorrow. I might play bingo with everybody tomorrow. We'll see. Bingo's not my favorite thing, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's not my favorite thing at all. But, I might play it and stream it. So, there's that. But we do have a new single-player world that we started Sunday. Surprise Sunday stream. I don't normally stream Sundays, ever. So it was a surprise little stream on Sunday. We started a new Minecraft world. So I got that I can start doing. I have that, single player Vault Hunters world I started like 3-4 weeks ago now that I haven't played since then. We can jump back into that at some point. I've been considering possibly starting a hardcore world, but the reason I've been so hesitant to do that is because I'm such a horrendous early game player. Like, absolutely atrocious. Like, I'm the world's worst early game Minecrafter. So, if I was to start a hardcore world, like, it would be over, like, literally probably day 1 or day 2. Because I'm just that bad at Minecraft. In fact, when I started that new world Sunday, in the title, I literally said, what was it called again? Let me look. Go to here, go to here. Go to here. Okay, it wasn't in the title. It was in my announcement. That's what it was. That's what it was. In my announcement, I literally said surprise Sunday stream. Say what? Yep. Starting a fresh long-term Minecraft single-player world. Swing by for some early game deaths. That's literally what I said in my announcement. Because I am garbage at early game Minecraft. I expect to die early game. So why would I start a hardcore world when I'm that bad? It's living. Now, if you want to let me cheat and get like I have a shulker box of all my tools saved in a creative hotbar. If you want to let me cheat and let me get all my armor and tools like day 1, how much did I die? I don't remember. It was a lot. It was a lot. Because if you weren't here, we found a pretty large cave down here, and it wasn't lit up, obviously, when I found it. So it was quite full of lethality. So let's find out. Statistics. Is it number of deaths or times died? I think it's number of deaths. 17. There we go. 17. Time played, 2 hours. 2 hours. 17 deaths in 2 hours. I told you, I'm not good at this game. Early game. Like I said, I am terrible at early game. So why, oh why, would I play a hardcore world? Now, if you want to let me cheat. Now, I have cheats enabled here just because if I ever needed to, I didn't want to have to go do the whole land thing. If you wanted to let me cheat and pop in creative mode and pop over here and grab this toolbox and or this toolbox, preferably both. If you wanted to let me grab that toolbox at the very start and let me just have my gear at the very start, sure, I'll do a hardcore world. 100%. Wouldn't even be scared. But since that's kind of defeats the whole purpose of a hardcore world, I don't think anybody else, would want to see that. So that's why I'm so hesitant to do hardcore. Like, this is all I can manage in 2 hours. I got a little bit of a farm going. I got some cows on the bred up. I did get those caves lit up, and I got my little starter island all lit up. So the starter island is spawn proof now, at least on the surface. You get below there, and well, all bets are off. Like I said, I did get most of this cave lit up. Let's turn that on. But, look at this little patch of lethality. Look at this little patch of lethality. So yeah, I died quite a bit lighting up this cave. I have keep inventory turned on because my world, my rules, right? So if I want it, I got it. That's the way it works. So I didn't lose anything, and I'm not worried about losing anything. And look what we ran across. We ran across this diamond here. There was another diamond over here. Here it is. So I got 2 diamonds ready to be plucked out of the ground. I just need to make my iron tools still. I'm still rocking these stone ones right now. I have the axe ready to go. I just have to come down here and get them. Just have to come down here and get them. I still got more lighting up to do, though. Ooh, I didn't even see this. Nice. Fun little discovery. I'll probably forget about that by the time we play here again. But, yeah. 17 deaths in 2 hours. Hence, the lack of hardcore worlds on my part. A friend of yours wanted to try hardcore on your SMP, and then he died, and he wanted it back on, and decided to cheat in items, so you started quoting School of Rock. Well, you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. I don't want to get too high-pitched, because I get loud when I get high-pitched. But the legend of the red was way hardcore. How can you kick me out of what is mine? Now I want to watch that movie. Thanks a lot, Pyro. Now I want to watch that movie. Lethality is probably your new favorite word. I mean, it's not a new it's not a new word. I didn't make it up. I just used it in a unique way. There we go. That's what I needed to see. Oop, almost forgot to do that first. Because I forgot to do that first. And it's a black layer. Very nice. I did use that in a fun way, though, didn't I? It's just full of lethality. I would love to actually do what I just said, though. Like, just grab those boxes with all my stuff and just start like that. That would be, like, so awesome. Like, we'll call it the cheat world. We're cheating on purpose. Well, everybody cheats on purpose, of course, but, you know, it's supposed to be a cheat world. That's the difference. And it's not actually cheating if that's how it's supposed to be, right? I mean, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. 2, 3, 4, pillar. 2, 3, 4, pillar. 2, 3, 4, pillar. 2, 3, 4, corner. There we go. Black layers take a little more concentration because you can't just see where that's supposed to be pillared. You have to actually count them. Forgot to do that, didn't I? Yep. I have way more fun in-game. I am an in-game player. The early game is not my favorite. I am terrible at it. It's not fun for me. Nothing about it screams, let's do this every time we play Minecraft. Early game. So, yeah. 2, 3, 4, pillar. 2, 3, 4, pillar. 2, 3, 4, pillar. 2, 3, 4, corner. Yeah, I would be much at, like, just give me this stuff. Just to start off. Just give me this to start off with. I'll live hardcore. I'll absolutely live hardcore. What's more hardcore than dying, though? That's hardcore. If anything, hardcore worlds are not hardcore because of that. Dying and losing all your stuff. I mean, granted, you die and you lose the whole world, sure. But dying multiple times and losing multiple things. It's like you die, you drop your stuff, you get more stuff, you go back to get the old stuff, you die again and you lose all of it. How is that not hardcore? That's super hardcore. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me. Let's not forget the old torch on this one. Why is it always nighttime? Good lord. I just slept. Torch. I am dumb. I can prove it on paper, and I'll say what I want. Oh. Bad placement. Bad placement. Torch. Bad metal. I mean, okay. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm really bad. That little bit of crappy singing gets me copyrighted because it's Michael Jackson. It's like, it wasn't even him. Too bad. You said it. Get up, down. Do that. Do that. Oh! I fell. Whoops. It would help if I placed the right blocks there. That would help a lot. Seriously, why is it always nighttime? Hello, creepers. How did you get down there, actually? Where did they come from? This place is lit. I'm genuinely curious. Where did they come from? Right here. They probably walked off the edge. How is this side lit, but not this side? They have the same... They're the same distance from the floor. I'm confused. Look at this. They're the same distance from the floor, the same distance to the torches, yet this side is spawnable. Why? Can you guys figure it out? Because I'm lost. Maybe it's because this one is behind the torch and this one's over top of the torch? In front of the torch, even. That's the only thing I can think of. That's alright. Every other thing, we can just drop a torch right here. And right there. And right there. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to drop a torch right there. And right there. And one more over. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And then here, whoops. I'm just gonna break my way around and I'll place these all back later. It's gonna be faster this way. It's gonna be faster this way. Alright, so torch. And torch. And torch. There we go. Now it's spawn proof. For realsies this time. I was so confused when I came back in and saw creepers. In fact, where did those creepers go? I haven't left, so they couldn't have despawned. Could they? I don't have a sword on me. Did they just wander off? Did they... Man. Excuse me. Did they really despawn? I thought you have to leave the area to make them despawn. Very weird. Anyway, we're making some progress. Not a lot. I probably could have had at least one more section from black to black done if I was not just running my mouth earlier and actually placing blocks. But it is what it is. 3 of those. 3 of those. And I can do this and this and make it 4 of those. And there we go. Let's get back to it. Even though it's almost nighttime already. Literally, almost nighttime already. It's ridiculous how often it's nighttime. We got, what, 4 minutes? Wait, 6 minutes. Whoops. Oh boy, yeah. Nailed it. Did I use those already? I did, okay. So, what should we talk about? Because, like I said, I literally said everything I needed to say earlier. So I'm kind of out of ideas. Ideas are hard for me. I'm not a very creative person. Coming up with ideas is hard. Like, what really sucks is even when I get this building done, that's when it really gets hard because I have no idea what to build next. I'd have to design a whole other building, and I'm terrible at that. Unless I'm replicating something, but I don't know what to replicate. And even then, that takes time. And then I gotta gather the materials for it again. That takes time. So it's gonna be like a very long time between buildings. And that's best case scenario. I'm not one of these people that can just hop on and build something like spectacular. Like, that's just not the kind of player I am. I could never do that. You can give me infinite planning time, and I still couldn't do that. Even give me creative mode to play with. Like, just have the world be a creative world. I still couldn't do it. Hello. Oh, I'm already back all the way. I forgot to pillar up on that last one. What time even is it? 8 o'clock? That's it? That's it? Feels later. It certainly feels later than 8 o'clock. I do have a hard end time tonight, though. I gotta pick Sarah up from work at 10 o'clock. So I have to wrap up no later than 9:45. You find you have to get a general idea and then jump in and attempt to create it. Sometimes it works. Most of the time, it only sort of works. Yeah, see, I have I've had the general idea for this. You know, skyscrapers, housing, that mix in between. That's the only idea I have. What specifically to build? I don't know. I could just make generic, like super duper generic skyscrapers and just make everything, well, basically like this, but even less detailed. Like just pillars and then cross beams, but like no details to them at all. Like just your generic boxes. I don't know. I'm just really bad at making things. Like, really bad at making things. And it's nighttime again. Fun. At least everything is actually spawn-proof now. You can try combining two existing builds. I don't have two existing builds. These are my two existing builds. That one and this one. These are my existing builds. I don't have anything else to combine. Oops, I keep forgetting the pillar. No. Wow, I can't believe I could see it all the way to the ground. I thought it would disappear. Combine the two? How? See, that's the thing. I didn't design these buildings. These are real buildings. Like actual real buildings in the city that I live in. I didn't design them. If you asked me to design them, I couldn't have done that. I keep forgetting to do that. Hey, I lived. Wow. I wasn't expecting to live. I'll sleep while I'm down here. I bet I couldn't. You're seriously overestimating my ability to build things. I'm not lying when I say I'm not good at it. I'm good at looking at a real building within certain parameters. You know, some things, you know, it's just going to be pretty much impossible to replicate without mods to give you like vertical slabs, you know, or at least a resource pack to change how some blocks look, because like the most creative thing I did was figuring out how to get this thing to look like that, because on the real building, this section here is a completely different shade of color than the rest of the building. The only thing I could think to do was make that stripe black, but it still looked like it had the white line going through it, hence the quartz slab. That's the most creative thing I've done, was just figuring out how to make that look like that. As far as like, this is these are two of the easiest buildings in the history of time to replicate. They're straight lines with straight lines going across them, and then you just fill it in with glass. Pillars, easy. Pillars, easy. And then the flooring, easy. Almost made it. I'm really not good. They're similar in that they have, you know, pillars and floors. That sums up their similarities. Different materials, different shapes, different heights, different sizes. I'm not trying to be stubborn. I'm trying to get you to understand I'm really not good at building stuff. I don't know how to get my point across. Like, you see this and like, oh, he's a really good builder. No, I'm really not. Just looking at the building in real life, it just, in fact, let me do the thing. 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 Come on, do the thing. There you go. Let's pull you over here. Let's do the thing. Please do the thing. There we go. And then you can hide that. And let's go downtown and zoom in. Right here. How do you do street view, please? Street view. Street view. Street view. Street view? Where's street view on here? Street view. Here we go. Now, let me do the thing so you can see what I'm looking at. Here we go. So, let's look at the real thing, shall we? What does this look like? A Minecraft block. Very easy to do. The slants here? You can't do slants, so you just inset by a block. It's not like that's hard to come up with, guys. Come on. You're giving me more credit than I deserve for replicating this building. It's literally made of blocks. It's literally made of blocks. You would almost be an idiot if you couldn't do this. It's literally made of blocks. All you have to do is look for where things are recessed and make them recessed. That's it. That's it. It's made of blocks. It's like looking at a real-life Minecraft build, because it's literally made of blocks. So can you see how I think I'm not a genius for being able to build this thing? Let's try to get it right in the front. That's as close as I'm going to get. Indented. Let's switch back to this, shall we? Let's fly over here and take a peek. You're looking straight up. And then, you know, you get to the indentation. So you just push it back. And that's all you have to do. You got the notches on the corners. You got the notches on the corners. And then you get up here to the top part here. And in fact, in reality, these glass blocks should be indented. I made a mistake here. I actually made a mistake here. These should be indented by a block, as we discovered from looking over here a little farther. See? Those should be indented, and I did not do that. That's a mistake on my end. And here's the building we're working on now. Oh, look. More blocks. More blocks. See what I'm saying about that one part of the building, though? It's a completely different type of texture. It's darker, but it still looks like it has that line going through it. So here's the quartz slab part. And then, since I can't literally make the glass a different color... Well, I guess I could. I don't want this glass to be blue and then make this black, because it only looks blue because it's reflecting the sky. It's actually black glass. But this whole corner here, just these two corners are like that. I'm not a genius. I count the lines, and these lines here are the black ones. These lines here are... Where am I? Where's my... Uh-oh. Here we go. These black lines are these. Right here. So I just count these as the floors. So white floor, black floor, white, 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 black, 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 all the way to the top. So I'm not a genius. It's just looking at something and then making it look as close to that as I can. Ask me to build this. Give me some time. I probably could, but it wouldn't look very great. I have built this. In fact, I was going to put this in the city as well. This was going to be the next building. Why is it blurry? There we go. This was going to be the next building I put in here. But, it's too big. In order to get the look just right, it's way too big to fit in one of these squares here. It's way too big to fit in one of these squares. but I can show it to you because I did build it. Would be here. There we go. I have a couple of versions of it. Because in the reality, part of it is a parking garage. So in one version, I made it actually look like a parking garage. In one version, I just sort of made it look like one. But in the version I was gonna make, I just continued this pattern all the way around it because you don't need a parking garage. But it's just too big. I would have to lose 22 blocks off of each direction to make it fit. And even if I came through and made these, instead of being this tall, making them this tall, and instead of 5 wide, make them 3 wide, even doing that, it's still not enough. Even if I did that with every single one of these sections, it's still not enough. So I can't build it, unfortunately. So like I said, I'm not good at this stuff. I'm really just not good at this stuff. Anyway, let me get back to this. You know, I can only do what I can do. And you know, I mean, like, I could probably make this one work. I could probably make this one work. I could probably make this one work. A lot of these I could probably make work, but some of them I just can't. Let's get out of street view here. And as far as roof details go, I actually the helipad on top of this building isn't actually there, as you can see. I just kind of, you know, added it in. That square is there. I just made it taller to be tall enough to be a helipad. This is actually the building they shoot the fireworks off of on the 4th of July. Because it's got a nice big flat roof they can set everything up on. But yeah. Some of these I can do, some of these I can't. Like I couldn't do the Marriott. Where is that? It's over here somewhere. Here it is. I couldn't do this because it's got that curve. That would look like crap in Minecraft. While I'm here, I can show you that mall. Like, here's Circle Center Mall. Here's the Arts Garden. Like, this whole section here, literally from Georgia Street here, between Meridian and Illinois, all the way up through here. This is all the mall. And you can get through all 4 corners here through the Arts Garden. I've actually performed in the Arts Garden before. When I was back in school, I was in choir, and we actually performed in there. So that was cool. And then we got to spend the whole rest of the day just hanging out in the mall. It was awesome. That was a fun day. But the mall I was at yesterday is all the way up here. Way up here. Over here. Here's the fashion mall. This whole thing here is the mall. All of this stuff. It's a big mall, and the Apple Store's right here. See, there's the seating area thing they got going on there. All of this is under construction. Even this, the 2 places right next to it were even under construction. And then here's an Urban Outfitters. There it is. You can see what's here. Here you can literally see what's here. You got Pottery Barn, White House, Black Market. Don't even know. Women's clothing store. There you go. Soma. Never heard of it. Levi's. J. Jill. whatever that is. Arula, whatever that is. Madewell, Dry Goods, Gap. I think that's part of the Apple Store there. Williams Sonoma. Allen Edmonds, there's that leather place. Here's the leather place I was talking about. At least I think it's all leather. It looked like it was mostly leather. Leather shoes. There you go. There's a shot inside. Leather shoes. Leather jackets. Leather bags. High-end stuff. Belts, of course. There's the bags. Very high-end stuff here. And that's just one of the little stores in there. What else is here? Sweet Green, Naples, bunch of food. Pandora, Mimi Blue, candles, Gucci. There you go. If that doesn't scream high society, I don't know what does. Coach. There you go. Tiffany's. Like I said, high end stuff for the rich folks. Gucci and Saks Fifth Avenue. Nice. Not to mention, like, this is part of the mall here as well. Like, this is all connected. Like, this is a walkway. Actually, you can actually cross over through here. Benihana's, yeah, that's a good place to eat. This is the rich end of town, to say the least. Like, this isn't even all the way to the rich end of town. The real rich end of town is up the street here in Carmel and over here in Fishers. This is the rich part of town, right here and right here. Very, very high society. Up into Noblesville a little bit, but Noblesville kind of drops off in the richy part. But Fishers and Carmel for sure. Rich folks. Rich folks. Like, trust me, the people that live here work right here. Probably in one of these tall ass buildings. Or they're doctors or lawyers or some crap. Zionsville's building up. Yep. Crow's Nest. There's the actual, like this is the rich part of town. This is the wealthy part of town. And if you don't know the difference, you need to look up Chris Rock, the difference between wealth and rich. I can't remember the exact example he used. Uh, it's been a while since I've seen that special. I can't remember the exact person he used as an example. But in this day and age, let's just use LeBron James. LeBron James is rich. The people that sign his paychecks are wealthy. That's the difference. Crow's Nest is the wealthy part of town. And in fact, my dream home is in Crow's Nest. And in fact, here it is. This is my dream house right here. Right here. This is my dream house. Can I do the thing here? I don't think so. Sort of. You can sort of see it from the street. There's my dream house. Let me see if I can do a thing here. Let me see if I can do a thing. Let's drag that over here so you guys can't see that. But I actually have a thing here. If I can find it. There it is. This is my dream house, guys. Gotta love the old school TV above the bar there. I want that house. That's my dream house. Right there it is. So you can see what I'm saying. This is the wealthy part of town. All these houses are like mansions. Look at these places. Look at this. All of them. All of them. They're like literally mansions. So yeah. Fun fact, my house is on the screen right now. Not that you guys know which one it is, but it's there. Anyway, let's get back to building. Not that I really want it. I'm kind of over it. I need a break from the building. But need to get this done. The sooner I get it done, the sooner it's done. I know. Of course it is. But you know what I mean. The sooner I get it done, the sooner I don't have to worry about it no more. Did I do the thing? I did. Okay. Been forgetting to pillar up here lately, so I'm surprised I actually remembered to do it this time. Torch before I forget. Of course. Of course. Next layer is black. Ta-da! Yeah, I'm doing it again. I'm forgetting to pillar up again. And I don't know why. I know I have to. But I'm just forgetting to do it. And of course, it's black layer, and I forgot about that. And I forgot to do that as well. Yeah, see, I'm starting to make mistakes because I'm kind of over this for the day. I have to do repetitive crap like this in spurts. Oh my god, this double placement crap's gotta stop. I gotta fix this mouse. I'll do that as soon as the stream is over. Because this is getting ridiculous. Did I do it? Did I do it? I think so. Okay. Yeah, I really need a break from building. Why does that look weird to me right there? I don't know. It looks weird. I need a break from this, though. For real. For realsies. So, I'm gonna park. And... I guess I'll just end things for the night, actually. I really don't want to switch this single player world, even though I said I would, but... What the hell? Oh! I need to light up these caves, huh? Half of them are waterlogged, the other half of them aren't. it's not the biggest of deals. It's not the biggest of deals. We'll just forget they're there. We'll just forget they're there. Won't even know. We might actually be pushing halfway. You know, I think we might actually are halfway. Let's see, how many more floors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then the roof. So 17 more floors. I wish you could just hold down the button and it'll scroll through, but you can't. You have to keep clicking it. So let's get back down to here. So we're at 17 left. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we are almost halfway done. We pretty much are halfway done. Excellent. I will have this. I will finish this off stream. This is not the kind of thing I want to. I should have known better from when I built this thing. This isn't the kind of thing I like to stream. I should have known better. But I will finish this gradually off stream. I'll do it in spurts until it's done. But I really need a break from it. I get bored so easily with the repetitive stuff. I can mine all day long, which you would think would be boring and repetitive. But doing this, I get bored. I don't get bored when I mine. I don't know what it is. I just don't. So, I'm just going to end an hour early, but oh well. Better to end an hour early and not lose my mind than keep going and lose it. Nobody's even here anymore. Mac is probably on her way home. I imagine Pyro left already. AR probably left already, and they're the only 3 that were here anyway. So I'm not even going to bother raiding anybody tonight. Because nobody's even here to raid with. So I'm just going to end things. Like I said, tomorrow, I'm still debating on if I'm going to play bingo with everybody or not. We'll see how I feel about it tomorrow. Let me see. I just realized that I forgot to change my calendar over. Let's remedy that. Let's remedy that. All right. There we go. So tomorrow, like I said, we'll see about tomorrow. If I don't stream tomorrow, I will probably maybe stream either Thursday or Friday, and we'll do that New World again. But like I said, we'll see. Oh, balls. I just broke my push pin on my calendar. I gotta get another one. Luckily, I have another one. It's even handy. It's even handy. There we go. Anyway, it's 50-50 for tomorrow. We will have to just wait and see how I feel tomorrow. But if I do stream tomorrow, it'll be bingo night. So that's what I'll be streaming. If I don't stream tomorrow, I might stream Thursday or Friday, probably not both. And I'll have to wait and see which night will be better. Looking at my schedule, it doesn't look like it will matter which night. They are both equally okay. So we'll see. Anyway, like I said, I don't even think I'm gonna raid anybody. So I think I'm just gonna end things. Maybe. Um, yeah, Phantom is live. That's true. I guess I could raid into him. Although, you're already there, aren't you, Pyro? So I wouldn't even really be raiding in with anybody because you're already there. So I'm not gonna raid in. I'll just end. Anyway, possibly see you guys tomorrow. If not tomorrow, either Thursday or Friday. I'll stream at least one of the next 3 days for sure. So I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Appreciate you being here. Have a good one.